So basically, we'll get that written up of, if you can do this.
Sona, Fleas, Brog, and who?
Zargon and Zed. All the gladiators that need to have a fight. Bring up people who are registered that we can fight in the arena, and
Crackheads.
exactly. Conclave versus crackheads.
Well, no, it's against pit fighters in the pit,
Pit
right?
fighters,
This
exactly.
is just some yahoo
They're still crackheads.
that they got to.
Yep. It's a sanctioned fight, right? It counts towards the 3.
If they are registered.
Yep. So registered pit fighters.
He doesn't. I'll have to ask Goldtooth what he wants to do. I don't know.
All right. Ahmed's here. Hey, Ahmed.
Sup?
Oh.
Hey, you hooligans! Please tell me.
You're gonna be so angry.
Please tell me you didn't kill the fucking thing. I just walked in, by the way. Please tell me you didn't kill
wearing
the
a tie.
fucking thing. I just walked in. I'm like, fuck, better not killed it.
Magnus.
Nope.
We just bet the Phantom Man's sword on a fight. Don't worry,
Funny. I haven't looked at your tiefling yet, Bunny. I will get around to it.
Actually, what we're doing is having Phineas create a replica, just in case you lose.
It took me a couple of weeks to look at the.
Who am I fighting?
You'll be fighting 5 knights on horses.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, sure. Whatever. That's fine.
That's appetizer for what?
That's fine. That's fine. Hold on, I'm gonna put my. I'll be right back.
All right. So, what we're so we're writing down that we will do this fight if you can get us this fight.
Okay, he doesn't look like he has the wherewithal to negotiate. He can take the list for it. He's got it crumpled up. He kind of jams it into a dirty pocket, and
I'm going to give him. I'm going to give the crackhead 10 gold pieces. He might end up OD'd.
He stares at the gold piece. He's now stuffing. He takes off one of his shoes and puts one of the gold pieces in one of his shoes and puts another gold piece in another shoes.
Wallet.
And then he takes the other 8. He puts a couple of them in different pockets and then holds on to one in his hands. And he utters a short prayer.
Who's he praying to?
Gods, plural.
Perfect.
May the gods guide me to the good stuff. Is really what he's praying. I'll go deliver this note to him right away. Hopefully he's not eating or fighting or sleeping.
Did you forget fucking?
I don't know if they have a lot of lizard creatures. I think it's kind of tucked up inside, he says.
Pleasure speaking with you.
There's like a bob on it. He looks horrified as your trusted friend. He's deciding to describe the junk of the weird lizard thing. Okay, so you set up a mass fight, not knowing what rank Goldtooth is.
Some jackass from the pit wants to fight Magnus? Sure. If you could get us this other fight, sure.
Some legend.
If your messenger is crackhead, I am confident between now and us signing a contract, we can sort this, even if it's like we just murder a bunch of people in the night and like, yeah, a bunch of crackheads died. Who cares? You didn't want to have that fight anyway.
We sent down some poison dragon juice. Sorry.
Yep, exactly. This is why we want to understand the dragon juice stuff. Phineas.
He's probably working away at something on the forge.
Dragon juice. Is that slang for something?
Given that I've never heard of the substance.
Yes, it is, Phineas. You
Yes.
max ranks in knowledge alchemy. It's just a colloquial term for opium.
Yes, it's a just a term used for opium. It's a drug, very soothing and calming.
I miss Phineas's bird.
I've been debating. I thought very hard about taking improved familiar.
Yep.
Nincompoop.
I can't even remember what I took, to be honest. I'm not even... Oh, I remember what I took, yeah. Amateur investigator instead.
Phineas, are you able to create such a substance?
With the right ingredients, of course.
Are you able to create it in an off-brand of that?
What do you mean by off-brand?
Overly potent?
Oh, yes, I could make a concentrated version, something you could carry a small amount and then you just dilute it later.
Yeah.
Yes, I could do that.
Give it some thought.
Oh, I already know how. It's not complicated.
All
Do you
right,
want
so
some?
if we need to clean up the underworld, we know how to spike the drug supply.
Ashoka and Phineas are so evil. I want them to go to meet Dreg again. Dreg was so fun to... Because you need the ingredients. Funny. Okay, so it looks like you haven't finished planning this particular week. So what is Ashoka doing this particular week?
I think Ashoka is diplomancing.
Who?
Let's diplomance the monks.
Diplomacy, the monks? Just the monks in general, or a particular faction of the monks? Because you already know that one faction of the monks does like you. It's just publicly the whole group of them doesn't. Because you train with the...
Yeah, I need to save face with the ones I train with. I know like me.
Yep.
It's the
ones we murdered.
Yeah, those ones. Basically, I need to sort out some of that stuff. So
okay. You also receive a letter from Damien on this week.
okay.
And we'll get Mark to read the letter.
Sure.
It arrives at the end of the 5 days, but that's fine. Damien is fighting. Damien's up north. Sona flees Brog and Zargon. Zargon's fighting, and I guess the other guys aren't doing anything this particular week.
They're in good mental, physical status.
However, you had some training you wanted to do for somebody's ability scores.
Yeah, the Nova needs.
And I think Old Vigo's in the middle of training for strength and con. It looks like, unless that's completed.
Old Vigo, no, not done. So, we'll split it evenly between the two.
Okay, T4 and T4.
Yep.
Okay, give me 4 rolls for Nova, 4 rolls for Old Vigo. What are you training with Nova? Strength?
Old Vigo. Oh, we have strength and con at our school right now. Do we have more yet? Did you expand the facilities?
You can train strength and dex.
Hmm.
Oh, that's Circus of Dread. Sorry, you can train strength, con, dex, and charisma. Oh, you have more than that. You have 6. You have 6.
We can train all the things.
And then arcane, you've got 4. So you've got a total of 10. I thought it was kind of low. I was looking at the wrong Ludus.
Okay, so
5 and 5.
Old Vigo got 2 successes, and he's.
Let me just check Old Vigo's sheet.
He should be training either strength or a con right now. They're both odd.
Okay.
I'd probably go with con first, to be perfectly honest.
Old Vigo, you had... Yeah, I think you were trying to round them all out to 10. Okay, so that makes sense. So you're training with his con, so he's got 2 successes?
Yep.
Okay. And then 5 rolls for Nova. What is she training?
Oh, is it 5 rolls for both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so there'll be 1 more on Old Vigo. He has 3 successes.
Okay.
Nova needs So she's a fighter adept, eventually a fighter
Cleric.
priest, fighter cleric. So she's going to need eventually full plate. I think we're going to train her dex up to a 12.
Okay, so dex up to 12 would be,
points.
she's 4 levels, so 0 out of 8.
She's only 3rd. She hasn't leveled.
Oh, okay, got it.
She's at 3rd level.
0 to 6.
Yep. So
Okay.
5d6. 4. So she gets 1 point.
You mark the 1 dex now, and she's got 1 out of 3 towards her next dex.
Okay.
Okay, so they're receiving some training for ability scores. Got it. And then we need to play the fights of Zargon Zed, and we'll do that, I think, later. Once Ame gets back, we should catch him up with what's going on.
Yeah.
Ashoka receives a letter from Damien. Go ahead and read the letter, Damien.
I didn't write it down because it's very short.
Oh, okay. What's the gist of the letter?
Dear Ashoka, spent some time in Fallen Stone with the Circus of Dread. The Grim Goblin are here, working the new trolls. Interesting experiment that they seem to be working with. Also found Mama Bugbear alive. Mama Bloodbear alive and kicking.
You see it crossed out, Mama Bugbear, Mama Bloodbear.
So tell Magnus to have fun with that. Oh, P.S. Tell old Vigo he has to now room with Brog, and let me know if he has a heart attack and dies.
Oh no, old Vigo's gonna become Damien's whipping boy. Of course, there's Damien giving orders for your Ludus. Such a weird relationship.
That's not.
He's like the owner's kid. He just comes around the business and orders people
It just
around.
moves shit around. Move these boxes over there.
Yep.
I'm helping.
Is there? I suppose we'll send a letter to whatever the next town would be. In response.
Yeah, you kind of can guess the next town, the lake, Lakeport town is the place they're going to go. But from there, there's on the map, there are 2 branches of general ways they could take. So this is probably the last time before Terra's Lean. Like, you could probably send letters to Terra's Lean, and that would arrive ahead of them.
Okay, we'll send a letter to. I will.
Or that, no, you would know that they would be there. It would arrive behind them, but.
Yeah, it's we'll wait. We'll wait for it. We will. I will. If we really need to talk to them, we'll use sending. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Diplomacy on the monks. You are effective at this. Ashoka has 12 dice. Are you trying to get them to have a favor or do something that you want, or are you just trying to increase your current status with them?
I would like to increase my current stats with them.
Okay. So right now, the monks are, I think, unfriendly or hostile. Give me a second.
Because I would love to do a torch match with them, where it's like, don't get your torch lit. Just tie a torch to everyone's back, and then don't let it get caught on fire. Dragonflies around a breeze on them, and they evade.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. I think that would be fun, and there's a bunch of monks.
What do you think about the monks right now? How are you behaving in general towards the monks?
He is apologetic and taken aback by the chaos inflicted by some of the madness here. And
yeah, I think... Okay, so you're describing sort of not friendly. I think you're unfriendly towards them right now because you killed a bunch of them. Actually, you know what? The loss is so recent that there would be hostilities at this point if you went into the ring. So you're trying to make this Ludus not hostile towards you.
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently.
So you send them gifts. You send them messages. You try to make overtures towards them. You know, hey, come on, guy, can we come to an understanding?
Yep.
and give me a your roll. These guys are pissed off, and this may take multiple weeks to alleviate.
If a consigliere fails to influence a creature's attitude, the attitude remains unchanged instead of decreasing by a step. So
sorry, what was that?
I just have a bunch of powers around people not getting more mad at me when I try to dick with them.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So just in terms of, I get to double roll my diplomacy checks, and if I fail a diplomacy check, their attitude doesn't go down.
Okay. I'm
So
going
I'm
to
not
give you
annoying.
an advantage to this, but you need eight successes. Advantage means that you succeed on 3 or higher. You have 12 dice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. So they're no longer going to attack your Ludus in the streets, but they're not friendly towards you. You still haven't got them to a point where they will schedule a fight with you.
Adam wants the torch match, so
Yeah. So yeah, you could. They're unfriendly, which means you could try to talk to them about it.
We'll give it some time.
And I do believe they declared that they're not going to fight you until after this. Like they're going to ignore you for this season. Is effectively what the current standing order is from their Grand Master. Is we fuck off, come back to us in the fall, kind of thing.
That's fine. It's not Magnus and the Psychos. This is Ashoka.
Yep, you at least got it. Like, okay, we understand. We did some there was a bad thing and there was some bad blood, and you managed to talk to a few monks that understood, and you're pretty sure that at least now
There's an ongoing lawsuit.
in public they're not going to fight each other. There's still an ongoing lawsuit.
Yep.
Or like a complaint with the
There's
magistrate.
litigation going on.
Yep. Well, actually, no. The count may have taken care of it because he didn't want the Duke's boy to be dragged into that kind of dispute. So it might have just been taken care of.
Oh, Uncle Vogel got your back. Me.
No, the count.
Count Vogel got... No, I know.
Hey, Ahmed.
What's up, guys? So 5 nights? I can do that.
And I guess we might as well. No, there's still 2 fights that need to happen. Damien's already has a fight. Zed and Zargon versus a couple of knights.
Are the rules on the sheet?
Yeah. I'm gonna take a quick washroom break as I've only had liquids for the last 5 hours. So I'll be back in a moment.
Should we tell Ahmed
guys.
what happened, or
I would
I
like
have
every
to pee, but
15
yeah.
minutes just jumping in to see like the picture and comment.
Mark, go.
okay? So they fought the fish, right?
Did they kill the baby?
No, they did not kill the baby. But the crying of the baby made
Mama show up.
Mark,
Yes.
I'm gonna change the map back to up north. We're gonna go back to the Dread and Circus, right?
Okay, so
Okay.
keep going.
So Mama came, and Sam critted with a dagger.
God damn it! I saw the bleed.
and the bleed was happening.
And the bleed caused things to show up.
Yes, the bleed cost one of those chobo things to show up, a giant chobo.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Is there any rules versus on Magnus's fight? Like I don't see any spell limitations.
No, I think it's a standard. Yeah, there's no spells. You got to stand on one of those stones for like a half hour or something.
I stand on that thing. Wait, what do you mean?
You're back in the civic arena now?
Yes, I'm Magnus, and I know there's those stones in the ground. I just need to know there are no spells at all?
We don't know how that works
So
yet.
you're starting... We don't know how it works, not exactly, but I'm assuming you can expect to be going in with no spells.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I can have spells afterwards, like during the fight.
Yes.
Now, do we know what those spells are? Or, like, is there a limit to those the number of spells?
There's no limit to the number of spells. It's just how many can you get up before they skewer you.
Oh, let's get those bark skins going, boys. Okay. All right, that's fine. So remind me to go in with my spear, or the trident, the bident. I mean, the bident. That's a good one.
Why the Bident?
Because if I can knock out those returning bident, or knock out those fucking horses.
Oh yeah.
Oh, your horse is down. See how long it takes me to knock out your health.
Yeah. So they ended up in the end. Sam saved the mama.
I did it.
I saw Ugg wrestling with it.
Yeah, Ugg wrestled with it for a bit, yeah, and also caused bleed damage.
Yeah, I saw it was red, like
it was fucked up.
Red.
But what really got people upset was when Roger.
We haven't got to this part yet.
No. When Roger shot a priest of the shores in the back of the head and killed him.
Why? Why?
Well, he had watched the fight and summoned an elemental, and Roger said, "Not on my watch." And Roger was correct.
Wait, he summoned an elemental?
Summon any more.
Summoned an elemental to do what?
So one of the priests was trying to make us stop fighting was trying to help the Bessa, and Roger shot it at the back of the head, and there was a villain point spent to make it like a crit. And then it was an amazing crit, and
he died.
His head exploded. I don't even know if we roll the ability damage. There was some ability damage. I think we forgot about it.
No, I think we did. It was 60 damage, and he failed his fortitude save against massive damage. So it was like, well, there's it's done.
Yeah, we should probably done the ability damage first.
So Lucas spent a hero point to help Roger escape. So he snuck out from a boathouse under a upside-down canoe, swam out, and found himself on an island where our characters don't know this, but as players we know he was captured by the Storm Priest, or that's looking for Grizaak.
Look at his face.
and he
I am gone for 4 hours.
Hey, Ahmed, welcome to my world.
Oh.
Dude, come on.
I go to the cabin,
and he also has Valen.
Yeah.
He also has Valen of the Vastwood tied to one of those.
Yeah, he can take him. I don't care. He's like, I'll kill him. Like, all right. He's like, crap, they're evil, I guess. Sometimes. Okay, so Roger's. I'll have to scry on Roger. God damn it. Just give me a minute. Okay. And Magnus can fight those guys. All right, there's 5 of those guys.
So the Grey Otter Lodge is the Circus of Dread is under house arrest at the Grey Otter Lodge, and there are
freaking fantastic.
There is a storm that is stymieing the attempts of some of the locals to finding the murderer. They know his name.
Yeah, it's the Storm Priest. He takes the forms of different people. See, our guy's been tied up. He took his form and killed your priest.
Okay, so Arlen, you were in the middle of arranging a fight. Where is that dude?
Arlen's Arlen's kind of tanned on one side. On the other side, he's got like a face, like his fingers. You can see like he's not tanned because his hand is always on his goddamn face. I'm constantly face palming.
Okay. So while Arlen and Daruvel, the priest of the shore, were arranging some matches, some people come barging in and basically exclaim that I guess we could have somebody else there with you, Joram the Hin, and who was pushing your chair around that wasn't busy?
Who else was left?
Well, Grizaak. Nibbles, Widget,
Widget's
Damien.
pushed the chair before.
Damien.
No,
Okay,
Damien
so yeah, it's
Damien was
Widget.
elsewhere.
I'm looking at conversation basically. Are we on which map are we on?
Lakeport Town.
Lakeport. Okay, I'll go there.
Yeah.
People come in. There's something happening. Bessie's attacking. They're attacking Bessie. And then pretty soon after that, after you kind of wheel over to a window to go have a look, there's now cries that a murder has happened, and Daravel tells you to wait here.
Meta.
So
is this where we're staying?
No, you're in a different building. You were talking to Daravel. This Grey Lodge is where you were staying. You were in a different building.
Oh, okay.
Daravel comes back with this is sometime later. He comes back with a number of armed men. They look like leather armored, wearing short sword and longbow. There's 4 of them. They have insignias that look official. These men are from these are deputies of the sheriff of Lakeport Town.
What seems to be the problem?
One of your men was seen in the scuffle below.
Did I see? Am I watching the fight?
You
Right
caught
now.
the tail end of a fight where, like, Ugg was wrapped in tentacles around with a creature attacking him, and Bessie bit him and bit the thing and went away. You could see one of the children of the monster. If you zoom in way down below, you can see what the monsters look like. One of the children was knocked out. People are screaming, and you did see them fishing a man out of the lake. He had a. You didn't. It's too far away to see, but they were fishing a body out of the lake. One of your men, by the name of Roger, murdered one of our priests of the shore. Hit him in the back of the head with a bolt.
Are you certain of this information?
There are several witnesses.
Did the priest attack Roger or the others? Is there a reason for this?
Your men were seen battling with Bessie.
I'm sorry. What? They were doing what? They were training. They were by the shore training. What did they?
Bessa's the big fish, right?
Yeah, it's the
Bessie is the one that we told you about. It looked like one of their children was injured and could be dead.
I could help it if you bring it to me to bring me to the creature. But is it alive or not?
We don't know. Priest has been dispatched, but the rains have kicked up a bit. This Roger seems to be missing. Do you know where he is?
I've been here setting up bets. I have no clue where he would be.
Well, I suppose we should escort the 3 of you back to the Grey Otter Lodge. The constabulary of Lakeport Town have ordered your ludus under house arrest until we find this slave of yours. He measured his words carefully.
Understood. Everyone, please follow the instructions. We're to be back in our lodging for the duration of this investigation. We do need to discuss how this impacts the fights, the number of fights that my gladiators need to have.
One of our priests is dead, he says to you in Elven in harsh tone, and you're worried about fights?
Point taken.
He just flips his cloak as he goes and then walks out of the room into the rain. The sheriff's men, the deputies, escort you to the Grey Otter Lodge. You could see others being escorted. Grizaak, you were sitting on top of the roofs, and you got some sheriffs yelling at you. Hey, you up there!
Hi!
Get down here! Get back into the Otter Lodge! The Circus of Dread is under house arrest.
Yeah, all right.
I'll make my way down. I don't know how the hell I got up there. It's climbed, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I get down there.
Yeah. Okay. The whole group of you are now in a big hall inside this place. They searched the hall looking for Roger. Sam, you see Callie looks really nervous. She's actually pacing. Nobody really seems to pay attention to her except for you, maybe.
So, you all right?
I was trying to distract him, like kind of like push him around a little bit so he couldn't conjure any more of those watermen.
Yeah, well,
But I stuck my thumb and he kind of went like this, and then the bolt hit him in the head. It sprayed me with some of his blood before he fell in the water. I don't still have some on my face, do I?
Take a look.
No, it's nothing. She's washed it off. Everything goes quiet when Arlen's squeaking his way in.
Roger can be a dick sometimes.
Are the guards still here?
The guards have surrounded the building. They're just locking you in. The guards went searching for Roger. They asked people if they knew where he was. Everyone's kind of like, no, and they go marching out.
Okay.
A couple of them remain at the end of the door. You're pretty sure you could fight your way out of the building, but you still have lots of servants and other people that are part of the main caravan camp outside of town.
We have to solve this. Okay. Oh, god damn it, Twitch. Hold on. The friggin' commercial kicked in while I was watching you. Like, frick. Oh.
How dare you try to make money, you bastards!
It was too loud. I don't know why.
I'm trying to use your service for free.
No, the pain just shot right through my brain. Okay, so I walks in. I was like, I need someone to tell me what happened.
I know what happened in the water.
Go ahead. Where's Damien? Damien. Lieutenant Van Imp.
He wasn't there. Why do you need him?
Because he's gonna be our lawyer. He's gonna represent our stupid Ludus when they come to speak with us about Roger.
Yeah, you're the Lannister guy. It's your Ludus. You're a stupid Ludus. If anything's stupid, my Ludus is awesome. If it's stupid, it's yours.
Arnold is thinking his next sending to the Countess is, I'm sorry, these guys are fuck ups. I'm leaving.
I quit. I'm teleporting away.
This stupid thing.
So we were like swimming in the water. And,
you were training. Yes.
Yeah. And then these fish things came by, and they look kind of like the big one.
I remember specific instructions, not to mess with Bessa.
Well.
Okay,
So here's what happened.
Comes down to
I
listen
went
to the story.
So I went and I wanted to see what they were like. So I went and tried to grab one, and it swam away. And so I kind of grabbed at it, and then it came back and tried to bite me. So then I just sort of I wrestled with it a bit, and then it was sleeping, and then, and then the big one came, and it tried to bite me. And we were sort of trying to see, because I mean, if this is part of the arena, then we needed to know what we were fighting. So then I was struggling with it in the water, and I was kind of I was being real careful. I was holding the little one because it was okay. It was just sleeping. I just needed to, make sure it didn't float away. And then then what happened? Then so Ugg grabbed it, and we kind of we got it. So it was good, but then there was this the tentacle thing came.
Chobo.
The chobo. Yeah. And the chobo, it ate the shit out of Ugg, because it was like tentacles and a beak, and it was snapping.
I'm sorry, pause. I know how you guys feel when Grizaak explains things now.
Ugg's got 85 damage and 3 strength damage. He's sitting in the corner looking all hurt.
So then But then it was like hurt because the chobo grabbed it and smacked it, and then the Bessa fell down. So I threw my potion in its mouth, and it was okay. And a water elemental came from somewhere, and it was like chasing Roger. So I smacked.
Oh, the water elemental came from one of the priests. I saw him cast it. He just conjured it. He went ooga booga.
Yeah,
So
but Callie had nothing to do with that.
So the priest conjured a creature to attack you.
Yeah, I think it knocked me off of my log.
So Damien is here?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
Damien
awesome.
came down.
He was watching from the stairs.
Very well. Now your intent when you grabbed this Bossy, whatever the fuck it's called, fucking fish people.
It was. I didn't grab it, but I was like trying to poke at it because it was trying to eat me.
Regardless, it started a fight. What was your intent?
I was just trying to train and get ready for the fight tomorrow.
Sense motive.
With the fish
Arlen's
monster.
sensing motive.
Just trying to train and maybe learn about the fish monsters.
Yeah, you're not the only one sensing motive. Oh, you got an 18. It's not good.
Not 20. 29.
Just wanted to train, learn about the fish monsters.
Yeah, one way to learn how to fight a monster is to beat up a monster.
So you attack the monster on purpose.
Well, 1 second here. 25.
Okay.
Didn't beat Arlen.
Yeah, Damien half doesn't care. Arlen kind of.
This is important because I remember
It's a
giving
little
specific
fishy.
instructions, but
Yeah, you said don't kill the fish, and I didn't kill the fish.
Oh.
We didn't kill the fish. The fish is okay. Well, you said don't kill the fish. You said whatever you do, don't kill the fish. You didn't kill the fish.
I look at Widget and like these ones need so much supervision.
Well, next time maybe you have to say don't kill the local priests.
Apparently so. Go on,
What?
Sam. Go on. Oh, sorry, Damien. Please go ahead.
What led to Roger murdering the...
I
was
didn't
hoping
do
to
it,
hear
says
that.
Callie.
Callie, you're fine. Just go sit.
And that
go
is
sit
what
with,
you will say if you're put up on the stand. Now.
I went over and jostled him a bit.
Don't worry, Callie. Please, don't worry about it.
He was casting watermen and.
Callie? Stop speaking.
You mean water element? Was Grizaak watching?
Okay. Callie looks like she's ready to cry and goes and buries her head into Sam's chest.
It's okay. It'll be okay. Just, there.
Let's
Bonnie
be
and
clear.
Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. Did Grizaak watch this?
Nope. Grizaak was busy.
He's just sitting on a roof somewhere.
He's just sitting on the roof somewhere thinking about the storm. He was watching the storm and keeping an eye out for this storm priest that's supposed to be hunting him. You had your mind on other things.
Yeah.
Callie, let's be absolutely clear. Unless someone specifically asks you, did you attack the priest? You don't even mention you touched him. Unless someone asks you what happened, you don't even mention you have any idea what happened.
Okay, she looks at Zeta for permission or like for okay.
Zeta's kind of like leery, but kind of nods like, for now, yes.
Okay, speak when spoken to, she says. Got it. She sniffs a bit.
Sam is making angry eyes.
Evander's looking at the door and is sizing up the guards. Grizaak, the storm turned quickly. It was like a little bit of a rain shower, like a heavy rain shower, but it's now thunder and lightning, and you're pretty sure that. Well, give me a spellcraft.
Mm-hmm. How about knowledge survival? Knowledge survival.
Knowledge survival?
I meant survival.
A survival will do.
Survival. 29.
The voice in the storm is watching. in this storm.
Well, it looks like the storm priest is somewhere around here, I think.
You could just.
Why else would you be here?
He talked to you guys, then he talked up like,
Why else would you be here? What are you doing here? We might be in trouble.
There's a couple of lances of lightning across the lake, and it's almost like the roll of thunder.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
It happens when it's like, "What are you doing here?" And then there's like thunder kind of rolling.
That's what you're doing.
In your conversations with the fine people of this town, did you happen to mention that we have a less than reputable man following us?
no.
Perfect. I got a feeling that this won't be going to no sort of trial in the traditional sense. Light up a cigarette.
Well.
Yeah, I think the horny guy's here.
Well, you have to keep in mind there are special circumstances given that you are slaves. It's not a traditional criminal trial, it's almost... I mean...
I don't think they heard me.
Larger
Looks
group
his
of
shoulder.
most likely, unless we can come up with an alternative.
Also, we can
punishment.
bring that dead guy back. Just saying.
It's a heathen, who cares?
Ah.
Now, Sam, what we're going to have to hope is that there are no specific statutes stating that interference with these sea creatures is against the law. However, given their sheer number and reputation, it's unlikely there are, so you should be fine, and there's even less likely a chance there's a statute regarding that specific Bossy, whatever the hell its name is. So you didn't kill it.
No, I saved it.
Well, let's be frank here. That's like saying you set someone's leg so you're a hero. Meanwhile, you broke it in the first place.
Well, but I didn't break it in the first place. I mean, the tentacle thing got it. The chobo.
It's not what they're saying, Sam.
Well, they didn't see nothing. I was under the water. when I stabbed it, I was under the water.
Okay, again, Sam. We're going to go with a speak, not unless spoken to.
And only after the permission from Damien are you allowed to speak. In trial. Actually, I was thinking like, no, in general.
So, what we'll be arguing is it was self-defense.
Yeah, well, it was bumping our log, so I grabbed the little one, and then the big one came.
In our defense,
I-
we were not told they were children of this creature.
Well,
So it could have been a normal fish. Sam was just messing with. If we were not informed of this thing and
ignorance
its
of the law
family,
is not an excuse. This is a...
assuming it's in the law.
Well, they don't have like
Yes,
a no
of course.
fishing sign.
Again, the likelihood there are any statutes regarding interference with these creatures is, in my opinion, limited. I'll have to look it up, though.
Yes.
Why anyone would go in that water ever is simply
Why would they put that
beyond
on
me.
a statue?
We just spoke about this rule, Sam. Please just keep your thoughts to yourself.
But
Write
if they
them
have
down.
a statue that says I'm fucked, I want to break the statue then.
Write them down and provide me with your questions. I'll address them in due time. Okay?
Where's the local statue?
It's not a statute. Statute. Laws written down.
Jorm, please, but the shoulders, right here, please, just.
All
Daily
right.
massages, or my neck sees it up.
Oxymoron didn't have any statue.
Are you guys doing anything? Or are you just going to stay put while they're searching for Roger?
You guys didn't hear me. The human with the things there. He's here. I'm pretty sure he is.
So, Alan,
Yes,
did you prepare any scries?
Arlen.
Are we gonna have to look for Raja in the Dirty Dwarf's piss water?
Give me a sec. Okay, sorry. Different sheet. I do not have scry yet. I don't think I do.
You should if you've got 4th level spells.
Not necessarily.
I think it's a 5th cleric.
For
Oh,
clerics,
for
I think it's a
cleric it
fifth.
could be, yeah. I
Yeah,
suppose.
Grizaak might. I don't think he did though.
Yeah, for clerics.
Oh wait, no. Grizaak probably would have. Give me a
Yeah.
sec.
So,
Circus. Doom.
Grandpa Grizaak,
Yeah.
if you'd kindly, I'd like, sorry, friggin' widget. I forgot my own character's name. Is pulling out a chamber pot. If you'd kindly, could we take a look? Could we take a quick look at Raja?
Yeah, we can do that. Here, give me a minute. Well, give me an hour. This water's no good. Hold on.
Arlen, I recommend you learn this spell. Ask for it very politely, so we don't have to look at it through piss.
You don't know if Arlen's crying or his eyes are bloodshot or something's up with his eyes. You don't know what it is. He's not a good place. That's all I'm saying.
All I did was touch the fish.
All right. Well, what is done has been done.
Hey, Fox.
Alan,
So where the hell is Roger? Yeah. Yes.
while Grizaak is smelling his water, can I talk to you for a second?
Grizzly goes.
I need to eat more sugar.
Perfect.
Disgusting.
Yes. Yes, Widget.
Damien,
Rydermer is just looking outside the window at the storm, like trying to figure out some stuff about it.
Yes.
is it best for us for Raja to be found?
Well, it's best for us because he's on our bloody list.
Collectively,
and
as
he's
a
a
group,
friend.
it's best he's hunted down. and killed.
Is that Damien coming over to provide his guidance?
That he was frank discussion.
If he's killed, most likely, the worst case scenario is we will pay, or Lady Opal will pay a fine for damages, technically, as the killer has been brought to justice. He is, however, the property of Lady Opal, so she is responsible for damages. If he is not found, however, these things tend to... Are you familiar with the term scapegoat? As Lannister, Arlen would be the most likely...
Lannister
Goat.
and a slave. Fix his head.
Indeed.
It's a fantastic combination.
All the responsibility and none of the rights.
If he were brought back alive, however, I might be able to do something for him.
Arlen, is that something we want?
Yes.
Do we want people looking really closely at paperwork?
Well, there is an option.
This is not a conversation that's being had like in front of Grizaak.
Oh,
He's
okay.
walking over. But,
You walked away.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, no. The are we murdering one of our gladiator conversation is not happening amongst
In
the
front of the
general
gladiator?
ludus.
So this
Damien, Ireland, and Widget fucking plotting.
That's kind of the thing.
Well, to solve this situation, the best thing would be to have. Well, I don't know, Damien. I don't know how these laws will work here. Roger is property, and is this considered a fine? Would we have to pay talents to make this problem go away? Oh,
Yes, most likely. To the Church of the Fishy People, who the fuck they are.
do you know? Well, let's find out how much that would be.
But it'll be set by a judge.
It's probably 10 talents like any other gladiator.
He's not a gladiator.
He's not a gladiator. That's the
But 10
problem.
talents is what will pay a handsome profit to the group. It'll pay for the spells you need to bring it back, and for the spells to get him up to speed. That's where the 10 comes from.
There tends to be a punitive measure about it as well, so...
Yeah.
Lady Opal can afford to pay. She has deep pockets. I will do what I can to, of course, mitigate this cost on her behalf, as is my agreement with her.
Ahmed, it takes an hour to cast Scrying. Is Grizaak starting it now?
Yeah, if they've left him to it, they expect him to do it. So.
Yeah. So you've peed in a chamber pot, and you're using that as your puddle to scry.
Hey, Arlen, I used my
Looks
bull
all
strength.
yellow.
Can you give me the top up?
Okay. Are you guys just
He's
waiting?
got jaundice. He looks all yellow.
Are you waiting for the scry to complete?
I don't know if we have I don't think we have a sending prepared. Do you have a sending prepared?
Give me a sec. Yeah, during these days, yes.
Do you want to talk to Roger? Get his side of the story.
Give me a sec. Arlen.
Sitting to Roger right now is hilarious. Fucking funny.
It's just 3 words. What the fuck?
You gonna scry on him first, or are you gonna send to him first? Because a 10-minute casting can definitely beat the hour-long
It'll
casting.
beat the hour
Yeah.
cast.
Oh, I can do the sending now, and then we can just scry up on him and see what's going on. All right. So what do you want to know? I'm simply gonna ask him what the hell happened, where the hell he is.
If you can convince him to turn himself in, I will meet him and walk him back here, or to the jail, which is likely where they'll want to keep him.
You just hear the pitter patter of the heavy rain on the roof and the groan of thunder.
All right.
A nice breeze in the summer from the stormy rain coming off the lake. Are you sending? Yes? No?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, so basically, he's gonna say,
Or he's just over there setting the scene.
turn
Time to
yourself,
think.
turn yourself in. We will figure this problem out. We're waiting for you. Where the fuck are you?
Okay, so you wait for the response. The response almost comes immediately. Fuck, man. So fucked up. Fucking roots everywhere. Fucking growing in my ass, Arlen. Come at me, the fucking storm guy. Fucking, where's the fuck? I didn't do nothing. His head popped up. Thumb up with the acid.
It's like
I ordered some food. I'm just gonna go grab it. Right.
he doesn't know the spell. Fantastic. Apparently Roger's being molested by vegetation.
Fucking druid.
That's an unusual circumstance.
Don't fuck with druids.
Not a druid.
Alan, are you gonna let them just hang out there bleeding?
Sorry, I'm not even looking at the map. I've been jumping through fucking character sheets. Alright, give me a sec. Who was injured? Ugg? That's it?
Ugg is very injured.
Grizaak's not injured.
And
That's the other. That's the old one.
I guess Ugg is very injured.
Ugg is injured, yeah. Arlen will walk over to him and see to him. He doesn't say anything to Ugg. He's just fucking just. Okay, that sending is used up. Okay, yeah, let's use fucking first level spells. 1, 2, 3, 5. 5d8 plus 25. $46 healing.
That's halfway there.
Yep. Okay.
And
Cool. And what?
he's also. Do you have restorations? Restoration would be useful.
I usually have one. Give me a sec. Oops. It's a dash. Lesser restoration. Oh, put it on the wrong side. Yes, restoration's being used. What is it? D3?
D4.
Fucking great.
At least that's one strength that he gets.
One strength back. Okay, and he gets one.
And then another healing if you have it.
Yep.
Or some spells are going on to Ugg because
Okay.
we just let him beat up at the corner for long enough.
So that's 2d8 plus 8.
Okay, so Roger seemed like he was in a panic. You got enough that you said the storm priest is here.
Yep. We should.
And
Alan,
he said something about roots everywhere.
Alan,
Yes?
this would be the time to stop digging. Yeah, we should be telling them. There's two plays here. One of them,
Well,
we let hell come and have fury and try to use that chaos. That is a scumbag play, but it is a play. The other play is we get them in on it. Try to work it through. I'm up for either, but right now you're choosing. We're playing this like scumbags.
okay. So give me a sec. This is 2d8. So, yeah, I'm doing a bunch of things here.
He's making himself feel good by giving healing.
So
first.
33. I'm going through my spells. There's a true
He's got
two
6
dual
damage
caster.
left and 2 strength damage.
Okay. All right. Sorry, this is all I can do right now.
We're all right. Is Roger in trouble?
Hey, dude, you get that bull strength. I used it actually when I was training because I trained really hard.
Sorry, I just used that up.
Oh.
I'll get you something else.
Don't worry, we'll get you another one.
He'll put a resist energy in you. Here, this will protect you from energies.
Cool. All right.
Till tomorrow.
Yeah, it's cold. Just as Callie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wheels around to Widget.
The mountain people would say that. Yeah.
He wheels around to Widget. You're correct.
Grizaak, your scrying is coming into effect. You managed to find some of Roger's equipment, so you use like a bit of hair from his pillow or his sleeping bag.
Yeah. And the DC for this
Grizaak does not use that.
is scry.
For everyone.
Scrying is my.
Klingons in his beard.
Oh, wrong character.
You guys know the tricks for scrying, so.
Yep.
Yeah. So
A bit of
22.
Yeah, so add 10 to the DC.
32.
And this is a will save versus Roger's will save. Roger's will save. I think it's like plus
5?
3,
Five?
4?
Yeah, it's low.
Let's roll a d20. Unless he has a plus 12.
He's got a plus
really
4.
Okay.
Yeah, you're rolling for. Don't roll 20.
He gets a 23.
Oh.
Good thing we found that hair piss.
Okay, at first you didn't quite understand what you were looking at, but it looks like Roger's face and his chest are exposed to the air. He's lying down on the ground, and there are roots of like a tree growing over him. And there's a figure that is somewhat kind of hunched over him, who is with a knife painting weird symbols or cutting weird symbols into his flesh. Roger is screaming while this is happening, and you can hear a kind of the chuckling or like the gobbling of a twisted griff nearby. So you're in the woods somewhere. It's raining. The horned storm priest is cutting some sort of ceremonial symbol into Roger's head and his forehead and into his chest.
Try to identify what he's doing.
Give me a spellcraft.
I assume these other assholes that are watching.
The ritual's taking a while. Like he actually steps away for a moment and goes and fetches something, and Roger's
5 spellcraft from Sam.
okay. He's just torturing Roger.
Big dick. Fuck you.
Okay, there's
Actually, fuck both of you.
22 from Grizaak.
Grizaak doesn't know. Give me a second. The DC is higher than that, I believe. Yeah, it's higher than 22.
Okay, Arlen's gonna try his.
That's a fucking spell. If I ever seen one. What spell?
There's a flash of lightning and some thunder.
28.
Who rolled that?
Arlen.
Arlen, he is casting this spell, and I'm just going to send it to Ahmed so that Ahmed can react in his own character voice. You don't know what he's trying to do with this spell, specifically, but that is what he's putting on... You also hear a voice that says, yeah, don't struggle, it'll hurt more. Like somebody else is talking to.
Do we recognize
Did
that?
recognize that voice?
Yeah, give me a perception check, DC 20, with all the noise of the storm and the rain and the flashes of lightning and thunder.
25.
You hear Valen's voice.
He's got Valen.
And then the turkey griff, the...
And fucking chicken.
Grizaak, give me a survival check.
Okay. 20. Oh, fuck me.
Okay.
23.
It's kind of a complicated thing. So you're watching Roger get tortured. It's easy to miss.
The roots that are grown around him. What kind of roots?
It looks like it looks like some sort of tree has like the roots of a dark tree have just kind of grown
And
over
spellcraft. What is that?
Roger.
No, spellcraft. Sorry, spellcraft. What kind of spell does he use to do that? I didn't see the spell. I'm seeing the effect of it.
You don't know.
Widget's gonna call whoever the senior official is outside up and tell them to hurry.
Yeah, bring him quick.
Okay, so the scrying will only last for 8 minutes. No, 9 minutes.
Yep.
I want whoever, like the guy outside,
Bring him.
like they got a lieutenant, whoever's got the funny
Alright,
hat.
so there's two deputies that are outside the door.
We need
Alright,
you to take a
come-
look at
you
this.
need a
Quick.
witness. Come on in.
Okay, one of them decides to come in while the other one guards the door. They think it's some sort of
Okay.
trick. And the
Alright.
guy comes in and sees Grizaak kind of like standing near a
Hunched
chamber
over a
pot.
piss bucket.
What?
This is our man.
Take a look at the bucket. Where is that?
You want me to look into a chamber pot?
Look, this is scrying, and the man you say is a murderer is being tortured there. Take a look.
Okay, let's see. 1 in 10 chance this guy knows about spells.
kind of elf are you?
Some sort of trick?
It's called scrying. You can see what other people are doing.
Your commander will explain it to you later.
But we need you to witness. You know who this person is. This was the person that you say was the murderer. He's look at what's happening.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check to see if you get the guard to come over to have a look into the chamber pot.
Is Widget making it, or is Arlen making it?
Arlen
with Widget aiding.
Widget auto-aids.
Okay.
22. I'd love to roll higher than a 3.
He reluctantly comes over, and then his eyes go wide. Is that him?
That's him.
That would be...
Where is this?
We don't know. I was hoping you would say.
You're from here.
You're the one who's making it in there.
I'm just showing you what's happening. I don't know where the fuck it is.
Does anybody have a teleport? Anybody got to do any tricks? Teleport up their ass?
What is this?
This is a scry. That is a wanted man torturing a second wanted man.
and he leaves quickly. Sorcery is what he says, and they've got sorcery.
Yes, specifically divine druidic stuff, but
Asshole!
Okay, he pauses. He pauses to that. We have druids, is what he says, and he goes running.
Fetch a druid.
Okay, the guard leaves. You've convinced the guard that you guys know where Roger is.
Where's the map that you're showing, by the way? I can't see it.
It's to the left of the city.
Lakeport Town.
Lakeport
Oh,
Town,
okay,
way
there
the
it
hell
is.
up. Yeah,
Sorry.
this is Roger sneaking away in his canoe. You don't see the canoe. You just see the storm priest painting a strange mark upon Roger's.
This
flesh.
what he's doing. He's putting a mark of justice on him. I don't think he intends to kill him because he's doing that.
That's one of them spells that has a name that doesn't really always fit the use of the spell, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's like Expeditious Retreat used to charge into battle.
Oh, yeah. And the spell allows you to have a specific effect on on Roger. If something happens, you say what it is that happens. It's almost like a curse.
All right, that means that he's not going to kill him. He's got to
Right.
get him to do something.
Right. Okay, perception checks. Anything else around this area? Because Roger wasn't... This guy is a cleric. How the hell is he going to take this guy? How the hell is he going to pick this guy up?
You can hear turkey griffs.
Turkey griffs.
Or the twisted griffs, sorry.
Okay, this is Arlen's
griffs is
perception. Arlen is doing a perception check, and Grizaak will do a perception check to try to get
You see him going away, like it's like he's going to like get more material components or something like that, and fucking Arlen, you there, buddy? Who are you talking to? Shut up, fuckface.
Do a message. do a message. What's his name? Will do a. Arlen can cast message to him, right?
You can cast messages through the scrying spell. Yeah.
Arlen will cast message. He'll cast message to Roger.
Okay.
What's the percentage?
What the fuck's he doing? Why is it sting? Shut up. You fucking shut. And he's just basically putting his boot in Roger's face. You talk too much. It's basically making him eat his boot.
It should be a percentile. Okay, it's percentile. It should be 40% or less. It works.
1d100. It works. 38.
You're 8th level, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
No. Arlen is not. He's 7th level. I'm not 8th level.
8 and it's 35%.
It's 35, so I fail.
Okay.
Okay,
so-
he'll try again. I
If
just
you're
cast
talking
it.
with
No,
him,
I'm pretty
No,
sure
for the
it's
scry spell.
it's
It's
per spell.
scry?
Yeah.
Ah, balls. Okay, so but I can try a different spell.
No, the spells don't work. That was like the roll for the spell.
Oh, that was
This scry. These don't actually no.
Is it
this
based
is-
on Grizaak
It's
or is it
Grizaak's level.
Grizaak's 9th? Then yeah, it
Okay,
works.
so then it would have been 45%.
Yeah.
So it works.
It works.
Okay.
Stop speaking.
I'm going to rule that each of those spells only has the same chance, or is it just chance that
I
you can
think
cast
it's
spells?
it's a chance that's with the when the scry's
okay.
cast.
So you have an active message spell that you've targeted Roger with.
Don't speak or he'll hurt you. We're watching. Where are you?
There's
Okay,
a chance you can hear the message. On that
Wait,
side.
wait. Message. Hold on a sec. How does?
I'm going to make a perception
one sec,
check for
one
the
sec.
priest to see if he hears the whispering.
One sec. Arlen knows this, right?
It's walkie-talkie.
Give me a sec. Arlen knows this. I thought it was.
Where is your location?
That's exactly what it is.
What the
It's like a
fuck?
cell phone.
You can whisper. Can hear. With
So right this second as you cast it, he's like bending over and cutting some of Roger's
No,
flesh,
then I have
and you
to
guys and you guys hear Roger going, "Ah, not the nipple, you fuck!" You know, as he's carving a strange mark into his chest and continuing this 10-minute long spell.
ask. Well, can I speak without the spell like message kicking out? Can I? You know what I mean? Decide
Yeah,
whether
yeah,
I
you can
use it?
decide whether the message
Okay,
is.
so, Grizaak, how much time
we'll
is
do
left?
this. This is the message or this is the you're speaking in message. do this
Right. Do wait.
or
do
this
what?
on your ear or whatever.
I'll do that. I'll do
Oh,
this.
sure.
Whatever. Grizaak, how much time is left on your spell?
Yeah, fuck, I don't know.
like a couple of
3
minutes.
minutes. 3 minutes.
He's like, are you sure? Like,
No.
Awesome. I got the role playing with each other. Themselves, I mean.
he's gonna see if he can.
I can do it again.
Oh, that burns! Actually, it doesn't feel
is
too
he-
bad. It says Roger. No, it burns. The Storm Priest is getting up and walking out of view. Of course, you can only see about 5 feet around Roger in each direction.
Roger, where are you? This is Arlen. Shut up.
Huh? What the fuck! Fucking get out!
Shh. Where are you? Whisper.
Get me out of here, you...
Whisper. Where are you? You stupid fuck.
I am whispering. It's fucking... He's doing something to my chest.
Where? What forest are you in?
I mean, what forest I'm in? I just went, right.
What right? You? Okay.
Kinda-
We'll go right.
kinda-
We'll go right on the road to find you.
Rightish, but sorta away from the town. This really hurts. This really hurts, is what he's saying. The Storm Priest pauses for a moment. There is rain and lightning. I'm going to give it a DC 29 perception check. However...
Huh.
Who are you talking to? That fuckface over there, Valen.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, we were talking about how pleasant weather there is up here. It's, many lakes. Must be where all the lakes fill up. Shut up. I need to finish this. Yeah, sure. You're making nice art over there. Quiet. Yeah, whatever.
What gear does that man wear as he's standing over and we can get a nice, good look at him?
He's got a rugged but solid-looking suit of breastplate. He's wearing the crown of the Periton, which you guys have already identified. What else does he have? He strangely carries a longbow with a great amount of pull to it.
I don't think we can locate object on something we've seen through divination.
No, I want to know what gear he's going to try to murder me with later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
He carries a buckler, although he doesn't have it on. And he also has what is a good half-orc weapon, a great axe.
Not a druid.
He's Gestalt. I promise you, he's Gestalt.
We'll take the south road. Oh, we'll take the south road and find you.
Oh. You notice that he's nearing the end of his spell, and he kind of picks the dagger off, and the runes start to light up, and you hear what he says to Roger.
Yeah, he's deciding. He's defining the spell.
Typically, you designate some sort of undesirable behavior that activates the mark. You will not follow the rules of civilization. You will become a murderous beast. The fuck? Fuck you, says Roger.
Perfect.
Yeah, sorry, he told me something different, Roger. Says Valen.
Marty. Oh, never mind. It's okay. No, nothing.
Roger's like, "Ah, ah," and he's just starting to struggle.
We need a new mini for him from This Is the End. Do you remember that?
Yeah, right.
The skull on his face. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Eddie
gotta be some
McBride from
friggin'-
This Is the End.
The Storm Priest just chuckles and just sort of wanders away, and then Grizaak's spell disappears, or like kind of goes into a pissy mess. You can't see Roger anymore. So he has to refrain from acting civilized.
Yeah. That's not so bad. It isn't. It kind of just the way he is normally. Just like be a jerk, right?
This is.
It depends on what they mean by civilized, because they might be all the way down to cutlery or shoes.
Depends on what Roger thinks it is, I believe.
Yeah. Well, some of the spells
bad.
are up to those who are interpreted versus the caster. You know, is like in the charmy space, isn't it?
That is not good. Maybe we should try to rescue Roger.
Yes, we're trying to find out where he is. He said he moved away and to the left. Did he say the left or right? I can't fucking remember.
Took the right.
Right.
He said
Where
right.
goes Pharaoh for turkey grips? Turkey grip giving.
Oh. No.
Okay. There are people now coming in. There are several priests of the lake, as well as a sheriff and some of his deputies. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it was moving. It was right in the chamber pot. There's some priests that come in. What is the meaning of this?
It's gone now.
We had a scrying.
To handle this,
Yes. There was a scrying spell cast here, and your men witnessed the murderer being tortured by someone.
I saw a weird man. He was lying down and covered by some dirt, and there was another guy there with stag horns.
If you have a witness of the person you said of Roger, just have your man describe him and see if it's the same man.
the sheriff basically said, "Staghorns." Oh yeah, staghorns. And he looks at the priests. The priests look at each other. They look concerned.
You saw the warnings about the Thunder Druid too, or the Thunder Priest too.
You're saying that a wanted criminal has
Abducted the wanted criminal.
captured the man that murdered one of our priests?
Yep.
Yes.
And this one has been a gladiator of yours for many months.
Yes.
At this point, we're just letting Arlen talk.
Yes, he has been.
Where is he?
Don't know.
He was in the pot. Yes, but where is he? Says one of the priests.
It was in the forest somewhere. It was some trees and some grass. And it just looked like a little forest. You cannot see that much around.
Can you be more specific?
He mentioned that when he left, he went to the right.
He went away and to the right.
So that should be northerly.
All right. When the rain's clear, we'll send some of our search parties in the northern banks.
There was also twisted griffs, I believe they're called. The big turkey beasts that the stag-horned gentleman is sometimes spotted with. There was a few of
How
those
much
there.
time has passed since he murdered?
It's been a few
There's
hours.
A few hours. Well, Roger can't get that far. Was he wearing his plate mail or was it off of him? It was off of him, right?
His bag of
He had it in the
mithril plate is missing, so he took it with him.
If Roger can't travel that fast with his equipment, he's only gone for a short period of time. He cannot be that far away. Right?
Yes, although looking for forest is
I can probably track him.
through the water.
Oh, he's underwater?
He's in the water to start with.
Okay, we may call upon you to do this again.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, they don't
Scratches his
Roger.
chest.
They tell you that it hasn't changed. They're gonna wait
The
up.
storm's not going to let up, by the way.
Everyone's gonna wait out the storm. Is basically what they told them. So get comfortable.
Yeah, the storm's not going anywhere.
The sheriff.
Sheriff,
Yes. Yeah, the sheriff looks at you.
this man that's after us, or after took our man, he
You think it's the same one that came after us when we were on the road?
yeah. He attacked us once before. We fought off his hordes. We lost 14 people.
We had our struggles on the way in, as I had mentioned.
Okay, he nods slowly. We have heard of this man. He has not attacked our town, although some others on the outskirts of the north have suffered at his... Why would this storm priest be interested in your slave?
We don't know that at this time.
Not sure.
However, given that he is clearly a spellcaster, it is not inconceivable that Roger's mind was addled by magic at the time he took the life of your priest.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Roger would not do something like that out of the blue. I think it's a bluff check right there.
Yeah, did you put ranks in that shit?
I don't know. I have to take a
That's
look.
That's a no.
Okay.
This is why you let your lawyer talk, sir.
Okay. The priest and the sheriff. Listening to your
Wisdom-based
story.
classes with sense motive as class skill.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Give me your bluff.
Who?
Arlen.
Oh.
You made yours.
23.
Oh boy, oh.
Nice. Okay. If we do not capture this fugitive, then we'll have to bring this issue up before a magistrate.
Understood.
Lakeport Town is too small to have its own magistrate. You and your fellows will have to be escorted to the Citadel of Many Lakes.
We will answer any summons required. The Citadel of Many Lakes is... Whoa. Citadel of Many Lakes is Citadel-by-the-Lake.
Sorry, Citadel-by-the-Lake is what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Citadel-by-the-Lake is our destination as it stands anyhow.
Arnold, I think we can cast it again and try to find him. If we find him, we can go fuck this guy up.
Do you have 2 prepared?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Are my clients under arrest?
We will send word ahead to the Citadel to make sure that the magistrate is there. You will remain here under house arrest until then.
On what charges?
Murder?
The murderer is not here. You know who the murderer is.
Your murderer is a slave. He is property of your ludus.
Yes, and all of this ludus is slaves. So, unless you wish to arrest...
Pardon me.
This entire ludus is slave.
Who is the Lannister?
The slave! In the chair!
You are not a freed slave?
No, you stupid twat.
Please.
Okay,
Please.
some of the
Lieutenant,
some of the
Damien,
deputies
please.
go and half draw their blades. at the
Put a
sheriff.
hand on me, I dare you. I'll have your heads. I'm an imperial officer.
He had a lot of coffee. I apologize. His blood levels
Don't you
are
dare
not...
apologize for me, you legless twat.
You see what I mean?
Give me an intimidate check.
Widget's not correcting the guy who just...
20.
Okay, so yeah, the couple of deputies stick their swords back in their sheaths. The sheriff doesn't seem to. He just holds them back. The priests are there. They're muttering prayers to their gods. They're not casting spells, but a couple of them make holy gestures. The sheriff looks mad at this point, gritting his teeth. You're an acting Lannister, and you're a slave.
Correct.
Who owns this ludus?
Dowager Countess Lady Opal.
Okay.
And I am her lawyer. At least with regards to this ludus.
So you speak upon their behalf.
On legal matters, yes.
I suggest then that you come with us, says one of the priests.
Sheriff.
We shall send a note to the magistrate together. One note to the magistrate of the Citadel of Many Lakes, and one note to the magistrate at Vatapol.
Very well. You will send your note, and I will send mine.
We shall make sure they're sent in the same package. Your gladiators will remain here under house arrest, as well as any other affiliated with this circus. The rest of your encampment will be provided, seems to have their own shelter. The rest of, like, the people and all your horses are just kind of outside of town a little bit.
Again,
How far away from are they from town?
A mile? Half a mile? 2,600 feet, if you counted.
And a quarter. Perfect. Okay. Is Damien gonna let that you guys are under house arrest go?
I will be bringing up official protest with the magistrates of both the Citadel-by-the-Lake and the magistrate of Vatapol about the unlawful detainment of my clients.
Okay, so
Additionally, you will be we will bring a a lawsuit against the town of Lakeport for the fights that will not be happening as a result of their arrest and the profits that will not be accrued because of the lack of those fights.
one of our priests was murdered by one of your slaves.
And that slave is no longer here. He's currently being tortured by another criminal.
While he was here, before he ran away, he committed this act, and therefore it is the responsibility of his owners to make recompense.
You are not here.
Hence, we will send messages to the magistrates to inform us as to where we shall send the lot of you.
Damien makes a big stink, like the big, like I am the annoying lawyer that will not let up, and I'm gonna charge you with this, and I'm gonna charge you with this, and I'm gonna charge you with
Got it. So
all the way back to wherever they go to.
All right, so Damien, it sounds like you're gonna take an intimidation stance on this.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you've got profession arbiter.
Yes.
Do you have
Why can't we be nice people?
5 ranks in intimidate?
Fuck.
Yes, I have max ranks in intimidate.
Okay. You can.
No, sorry, I don't. I have versatile performance.
Yeah, that's equivalent.
Same
So
thing. Okay.
and maxed out. So
Yeah.
you can either and do you have 5 ranks in profession arbiter?
Max ranks. Yeah.
Okay, so you could either apply a synergy bonus to either one. Are you being more intimidating than lawful, or are you being more lawful than intimidating?
He wants to be more law guy than intimidating.
Okay, so give me a profession arbiter with a +2.
25.
25 is a decent roll.
I dare say
They are
that's-
not that litigious out here. The sticking point for them seems to be that while they were a priest, the priest is still a subject, but it's a special class of subject in these parts. You hear them over talking that this was a referee of the games and part of the Imperial Circus, but it happened during training. Like you kind of do this like jousting with them.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Damien kind of want, which magistrate do you want to solve this?
He wants the Vatapole.
Okay,
Vatapole?
that will mean that they'll
We gotta go
likely
back to
send all
Vatapole.
of you back to Vatapole, or send some of you back to Vatapole to.
Damien's okay with that. That's where he gets his stuff made fast.
Oh no. Are you letting this be known to us or not?
No, it's like, because they're sending us back to Vatapole, guys. Nothing I can do.
Okay, so Damien is actually requesting that this be sent back to Vatapole. All right, are you sending any message ahead? It sounds like they're sending messages both to the magistrate at the Citadel as well as the magistrate at Vatapole. Are you sending anything to the magistrate at Citadel?
Yeah, he will send basically their copies of the letters.
Okay.
Basically describing that it was self-defense, that the priest attacked my clients while they were defending themselves from wildlife, that sort of thing. He also sends letters to Phineas to maybe make sure Henry Veru gets a few more gifts before.
Okay. You are told that the letters should arrive in both magistrates' hands.
We're about halfway, so it could be
7. Within 10 to 15 days. Probably closer to 15 days.
okay.
And then their responses you'll have to wait for. It'll likely mean you're going to be here for a month.
In that case, I'm going to make requests that
It's armor crafting material equipment to be brought in.
we have materials. We have work to do, and this is costing. Like the longer you keep us here is basically and we can't do anything. It's the more it's going to cost you.
Got it. They kind of don't understand the predicament that you're in. Do you explain it to them?
Yes, he explains that we're traveling. Well, one, they're a traveling ludus. They make money by fighting. They can't fight while they're stuck here.
Yeah, the priests are throwing up their own protests. While whether or not it's legal or not, you don't know, but they are not going to sanction any fights between murderers and their local gladiators.
Well, and he brings up the point that you should barely be considered gladiators. You don't pay the blood tax, your fish do. It could be brought up in a courtroom that you don't pay the blood tax and that your entire religion should be wiped out by the Imperium. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they don't like talk like that. There's a short recess. Cooler minds meet.
That's a good argument right there.
It is. So they...
Maybe we could just...
They want basically Arlen and the lawyer to accompany them to whichever magistrate. They are defaulting. The priests want, because the crime happened here, and they seem to be right. This is probably the right way to handle it. The closest magistrate actually isn't the closest by distance. The closest magistrate is the one that has jurisdiction over this area.
Yeah, Damien really can't argue against that. Because he's lawful.
Hey, not one iota. How's it going?
Oh, it's been a while.
Hey, yeah.
So the priests want to, for whatever reason, maybe they'll get friendlier treatment from the local magistrate. They want Arlen and Damien to travel to the Citadel, the Citadel-by-the-Lake.
Damien says that's fine.
As long as we take the entire ludus.
But I don't see why we can't take the entire ludus there, seeing as that's where we're going.
I think they concede because you're traveling deeper into their territory, and it's not like you're trying to escape to a territory where you're from. So I think they will send messages to both Vatapult to the south and to Citadel-by-the-Lake ahead of time. Basically, they're going to send runners and message via boat. And then they said, yeah, the message should arrive ahead of them, which means they can have time to prepare. It does seem like many of the priests are going to... there's a wagon of priests or a group of priests that's going to travel with your ludus to make sure that you're staying on the path.
They'll be dead by the time we get there, so that's fine. Because the storm priest is coming.
Okay. Basically, for the next 5 days, it's the legal troubles and the weather that keep your ludus here in...
I tell you, it's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep fucking raining. Ain't that right, Stormy?
Okay.
Damien's gonna keep playing the...
When Grizaak talks to the storm, thunder happens right afterwards.
Told ya.
Stop talking to the storm. Stop talking.
Yeah, I can talk to her if I want to.
All right, and then the Circus of Dread has a 40% chance of a random encounter happening while you're in town, waiting out the weather and getting ready to go.
Grizaak's gonna keep scrying on Roger to try to see where the hell he is. It's like again that day, tomorrow.
Mark, do you want to roll that since you're
Yeah, go ahead, Mark. Can you roll that?
legalista mode?
Yeah.
Damien's going to suggest to Arlen that he play the nice guy.
Aren't I always?
Yes, that's why I'm getting you to play the nice guy. Maybe ask politely if... Maybe Widget can use a forge, or... One gladiator at a time can do some shopping, things like that.
Will do.
Okay. Daruvel comes to you and says, and basically gives word that several of the priests will make sure that you and your caravan make their way to the Citadel, and that word has been said. He nods. He seems to be a much more diplomatic person than some of the other priests and the sheriff. He nods to Damien. He also says that your letters have been sent as well.
Thank you.
I will be traveling with you to the Citadel-by-the-Lake.
Arlen wants to speak with the sheriff, with the guy. I can't remember what his name is, but let's see here. What's your name?
But we
guy?
just skipping that here. I'm gonna roll that 86. There's no thingy. He's just walking past the
Daruvel. I want to speak with Daruvel.
Yeah, you're speaking to him now. I dragged him into the.
This was like just between me and him.
Sure.
Can I ask you a question? Why don't you just raise your
cousin?
priest?
Is what he says.
I first of all, I apologize. Why don't you raise your priest?
You understand that the death was public.
Right, so he cannot come back the same way that he was.
We are but subjects here. We must receive permission from the Archbishop of the Five-Faced God of this protectorate to raise anyone from the dead.
Well, I understand. I could also leave you with the thought, with the idea that perhaps a druidic method might work better. It would be a little different.
You are suggesting that we circumvent imperial law?
I'm suggesting that there are options that can be thought out, and perhaps...
Give me a sense motive.
Sense motive. Go with this character. Sense motive. Here we go. One 10.
Okay, so he seems aghast that you would suggest that you would try to break imperial law and wants to be away from this conversation.
Before it goes, does a raise dead is what you're referring to with priest spells? I don't know if it applies to the same with the druidic spells.
I cannot be involved, Arlen, in this conversation any further about breaking the tenets and spirit of our peaceful coexistence with the Imperials.
Of course. Thank you for your time.
There's a good chance that a third of the people in the village have Imperial blood. Mixed with Elven, of course.
Then I bid you farewell.
Well, until next we meet, and it will be soon, I will be traveling with you to the Citadel. We'll get all of this ugliness behind us there. In the meantime, know that some of our best trackers will be setting out, rain or no, to hunt down this criminal Roger.
You might... I would suggest you take... I know you're going to say no, but I will provide it anyways. Our druid.
No, I'm sure that the sheriff and the local hunters are going to want to take care of this one themselves.
We're worried that he's still around with that storm priest.
Yes. We thought the storm priest was a problem up north. He's never attacked any of the lake villages.
The offer stands. You can use our services. He's attacked us once. We owe him 14 deaths.
Unfortunately, with all due haste, we are to bring you to the Citadel. While I do admit we were looking forward to seeing your men compete, I suppose the fight against Bessa and A very large a chobo. Will be sufficient. I understand that you cannot fully control slaves.
I wonder about Roger's state right now. His mental state. His choices and his behavior. And how they've been affected by this priest.
I am sure there will be some traces. Let us pray that there are some traces of Roger after the hunters get a hold of him. I will share any information that we have. But we will have to leave this matter behind us and this fugitive as well.
Of course. Well, inform us when we are to be ready. Did we get our forging, our metal weaponsmithing, or whatever which it needs to craft armor and weapons?
No.
No. How many? Do you know when we're expected to leave?
We will likely load up people in your ludus into some small boats and travel via boat, at least on this lake. It'll take us a few days to get ready. Basically, this 5-day chunk is blown from the weather and preparing to travel.
Could we have some
Can we
equipment?
train?
Could we have some equipment brought in?
You could train during that time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Damien's gonna spend that time training.
Yeah, it already looks like Damien's trained. So.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some adjustments.
Could we have some equipment brought up so that our crafter can continue to do what he does? We've currently stagnated. This is very difficult for us.
You want to borrow space at a forge?
You've tied our hands way beyond the limits that we can actually afford. And I understand, but I do wish that you would apply a bit of leniency for us.
No one in town wants you here.
How much is it worth us to pay so that we can use it or not?
You could probably buy time at a forge.
Widget?
Yeah.
How badly do you need a forge? Are you very close to completing anything?
I don't know where it's at. And then
Oh yeah, take a look. Ask him. I'm sure
depends
some.
on whose timescale you're working with. If you're working with the humans, they kind of get antsy pretty quick.
Widget spent 5 days crafting while you were in Fallen Stone. He's finished 2 out of the armor because he did something else. So 2 out of 15.
Oh shit. So he's not going to get it done anyways. Then
He could fast craft and get 10. He could get 12 out of 15 done in the 5 days.
His bonus isn't enough. Like, there's a risk he fucks it up if he fast crafts.
Okay, so it's not going to happen. So no, it's not worth it then. We've had enough friction then.
I apologize, cousin. When I first met you, I had hoped that your time in Lakeport Town would, well, not involve murder, he says.
As did I. This is not how I expected to spend our first, and I assume last trip here.
He says a god's name, like he kind of lets slip what god perhaps he worships.
Some lawful asshole.
No?
And follow your god, goddammit.
I'm just looking
Lawful stupid.
looking up the name.
Yep.
May the Lord of the Undersea escort our fallen priest's spirit.
Does Arlen know who the hell he's talking about?
Knowledge religion.
Yeah, knowledge religion. Yep.
Very lovely, I go.
23.
Oh, it's an elven deity. His name is Deep Chasselis. Also known as the Dolphin Prince. He is the elven god of oceans, sea elves, knowledge, and creation.
May the Dolphin Prince be with you.
And also with you.
Okay, you spend that block of time. Now I need a 60% chance of a random event. Grizaak, you said you were just basically scrying
He's
on Roger?
trying to try to figure out where the hell he is and try to scry on what's his name? The storm priest.
88 is
So I want to scry on Roger. If I figure out once I know where the hell Roger is, trying to see, is he still in the same area? Is he still like tied up, or have they moved?
Okay, so you scry on Roger during the stormy period, and you find Roger running through the woods. He looks really disheveled.
Is he naked?
No, he's not naked.
Fuck. Does he know? Can he tell where he's going?
Local.
From the sun. So basically, like, I'm gonna see where he's going when the sun is, say, like morning, and then before it said like afternoon, and kind of see from the shadows which way he is.
Okay.
Like, is it still in the same direction?
You now realize that the storm was trying to talk to you all those days before, and you first scried on Roger. The thunderclaps and the lightning were happening at the same time in the scrying as it was outside. But now there's rain where you guys are, and there isn't rain where Roger is. He was so close. Last time, but it seems like he's run off in the wet wilderness around Lakeport Town.
It's going to be one of those hinterland wildlife things. A wild Roger. Running marked with justice to be a beast, not a man.
You can't tell. He's in the vicinity. He hasn't changed like biome or anything like that. Like he's in this area. But now you know that the lightning in the storm was trying to communicate to you through your scrying. And when you look at the weather outside and you look at the weather where Roger is, it's wet, like the rain, the storm had passed through here, but it's not raining where he is. This is as days go by.
These bastards are really slowing us down, man. We should be able to get out there and find them.
As for the storm priest, it's not very reliable to look at him. He's out there somewhere. You know it. You know that the voice in the storm is kind of watching, but is receded somewhat, given that the storm priest doesn't seem to be interested in lingering here. The storm priest might be wary about an all-out frontal attack on the coastal town.
We're likely gonna get hit on the road. You know this, right?
Are speaking to whoever the hell's next to him. He's speaking out loud.
You know what's probably gonna happen on the road, right?
Grizaak's the planning. Question: when you cast, let's say I was to cast rope trick. Is that rope trick? What is it centered to? Like, is it centered to a cart or a point in space?
It's normally a point in space. We ruled a long time ago that a rope trick can... Wait, is rope trick a spell you know, or...
Yeah.
Okay. You know that you can do it on very large carts or boats.
Okay.
Like, it will move with the cart or boat.
Okay. Can you make the rope invisible?
Invisibility affects objects.
Good times. Okay.
All right. So let's have a look at the map as your circus is now traveling. That's 1, 2. Which way are they going to go? Give me a D2. Are they going to go Lake Moat or Land Bridge?
Grizaak's preparing for battle with the Storm Priest.
Land Bridge.
And I recommend y'all get ready to fight fucking
Okay, so
Storm Priest.
you cross Lake Achobo to the Highland Locks, which are a series of fortifications and locks between Lake Highland and Lake Achobo. They bring you to Land Bridge, which is this curious, really, really flat sort of bridge of land with some locks at the center of it and kind of like elaborate walkways. It's almost like a short, stubby wall goes for several miles in either direction. Maybe a mile in either direction with these locks in the center. That's 1, 2, 3. Then you travel upriver to the reed willows. You hear that the eastern port of the reed willows have some really, really dangerous kind of swampy area, whereas the fast-moving rivers that most of the boat traffic travels in is where you stay. Then it would take you to the Lake of Swans, but we need to roll some random encounters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hexes is 14 days of travel along the locks, and 14 days is 3 blocks of time on your...
What is that? Oh. There we go.
I'm marking down your travel time.
Okay.
You have 4 weeks left in the season.
Well, this is fucked with us.
Well, this didn't go as well as planned. Do the gladiators don't know about this whole 3 fights or get sold thing, right?
Arlen's told him. Yeah, I was like, yeah, well, we do have the last time we said Arlen's got like, well, we've got to set Roger to fight. What's his name? Everybody has to fight at least twice, or we lose gladiators.
Well, we just fought at the lake place.
Official fights.
Officially, that was a fight.
There are some random encounters that we need to roll during this time, 30, 31, and 32. So there's 3 weeks of travel, so I'm going to roll 3 random encounters, and then there are random events that we need to roll. So 3D100s, 20% or lower. There is 1. And then I need a percentile from Mark.
65.
There is a random gladiator event that happens the week before the random encounter.
The fuck is this? There's a head in my room. Why is it a picnic basket?
Okay, give me another percentile.
Marty?
Yep.
Marty,
I could totally
Grizaak-
see Ashoka just leaving it for him, like beside his bed.
Grizaak
That's
is
what I'm thinking.
casting Mage Armor and Wild Instinct when he goes to sleep.
Sure. Percentile to see how favorable the random event is.
67.
It is a neutral event. Percentile to see who it affects.
14.
A particular slave or gladiator. Okay, and then a D12.
10.
Something from their past comes up to haunt them. An issue with their past. Okay. And
Sounds
then-
like the Grizaak.
then-
Sound like the Grizaak.
how many gladiators? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are on this journey. So give me a D7.